those suspects were killed by police here tonight. So very quick thinking on behalf of the Garland Police Department. We know from press conferences earlier this evening that because of the controversial nature of tonight's event, that they had a beefed-up security presence and they had additional officers, additional boots on the ground, and it sounds like that quick thinking really ended the situation before any other innocent bystanders could get injured, because the shooting itself happened right around the time this event was going to be wrapping up. And Kelly, the police said some 200 people attended this event. Could you imagine if this would have happened as that event was letting out and everyone was leaving the facility to go to their cars? But the quick thinking from those Garland police officers tonight likely saved many more lives, Kelly.
But, fortunately, we don't have to think about that, because that was not the outcome, and that's a good thing. I think it's also good that Pam Geller, the organizer of this event, in her thinking and her forethought, actually had hired some security as well. So even the organizer was prepared for the possibility of someone not accepting the fact that she was organizing an event, controversial though it may be, but still organizing an event for defending free speech. And we should point out, or maybe you could point out for us, what happened in January, which precipitated this and instigated this and gave her the motivation to do this, to make a stand for America's freedom of speech.
Yeah, the Islamic community here in this country put together an event back in January. We were here. We covered it. It was at the exact same place, the Curtis Colwell Center, which is owned, interestingly, by the Garland Independent School District. So this community's school district owns the center, but they lease out the space to anyone who wants to hold events there and the like. And so this event was a Stand with the Prophet event, is what it was called, and they say that it was to combat Islamophobia, and that all people of the Muslim faith are not terrorists, and they were trying to dispel rumors and just to create some dialogues in this country. And so that event was held at the Curtis Colwell Center, and there was a very, very large protest that happened at that time. There were some controversial imams who came in from all over the country as keynote speakers at that event, and we saw a lot of people arrive and a lot of people show up, and they were very angry that the Islamic community was holding an event like this in Texas. There were threats made to that particular event, and fortunately we didn't see any violence there, but there was also a big controversy because it was at a center that was owned by the school district. They were making the argument of separation of church and state. However, the independent school district at the time said that they can't just turn people away. If someone is willing to lease the space, then they do that. So again, this event tonight was apparently, according to the organizer that you've been on the air with throughout the duration of the evening, Kelly, says that this event was sort of to counter what the Islamic community did here back in January, and then tonight we had this incredible wave of violence and tragedy in this tight-knit community, a northern suburb of Dallas.